What is going on, guys? My name is Weston. That is Caleb over there, my business partner. There he is. All right, guys. So I just want to talk to you guys about something that's very different that we do at our used car dealership. You can pause the video right now. You can click the link down below. Check out our pricing, our inventory, just to kind of get a feel for what we buy. But I want to talk about something that a lot of dealers do, and I think they make a mistake doing this now that we're in a technology day and age. For example, I'm filming a video on YouTube. They're not doing that. But we're in an industry, honestly, to where it seems like the majority of used car dealership owners, even new car dealership owners, are out of date to where they don't focus primarily on social media, or they don't really understand how valuable it actually is. So I'm going to show you guys basically, as you saw from the title, why we price our inventory like we do and why the old way doesn't work as well as it used to. So if you come check out my screen, I'll show you guys exactly what I'm talking about in just a second. Alrighty, we are in the screen inside the Apple Mac. Thank you, Steve Jobs. All right. So what I was saying on a serious note is, and by the way, I've been doing this since I was 15. I know that's like, oh, you're only 24 or whatever, but that's a pretty long time for only being 24. Usually, people are in it 2 years, 3 years. I've just grown up around buying and reselling cars for a profit, buying anything to not lose money, to be honest. I bought a ton of stuff where I broke even or lost $100, and I was so happy because it was something I wanted, like a jet ski or a boat. But what I want to show you is something that dealers don't do, and they think that it's still okay, which it is, because they built a client base or a customer base. But when these new young bucks start coming in the dealership industry, they're going to be in some deep trouble because they refuse to change. They refuse to use the internet like the young guys do, or the millennials, or whatever they call them. So I'm going to show you an example. And I'm about to type in a dealership in Searcy, Arkansas, where I'm from. No harm. This guy's actually really cool. I actually see him at the auction all the time, but he probably won't see this. Maybe he will. But anyways, this is a prime example of why this is not going to work for much longer. As of right now, it still works, but it will not work once people start finding out, hey, like your most reliable customer, the customer that's been with you 30 years, that's bought the last 6 cars from you, just found out that every other dealership selling it for $2,000 less. I promise you, customers are not that loyal. If you have a purple Camry on the lot and there is a silver one and they want purple really bad, but the silver one's $1,500 less, 9 times out of 10, they'll sacrifice the color, the one they wanted, because of money, price. So let me show you something. So this dealer has multiple locations. I think he even delivers, which is pretty cool. Searcy, Des Arc, all these other places. We're actually going to look at a used dealership in Arkansas tomorrow to purchase, and they actually used to rent it. This was one of their locations in BB. So not anymore. We're going to try and buy it and put location number 2 so we can cover the whole United States. So, for example, they don't put the price. That's on purpose. They're known for financing, which is fine. I understand financing, but look at the price whenever you go to do this. Watch this. Get financing. They don't have the price, but when you do this, it automatically pulls up the price. So this 2015 Chevy Cruze LT, 12,995 miles. Okay, 90,000 miles. $12,995, 90,000 miles on it. That's normal. I guess I stressed that too hard, but this is crazy. The only way I could justify that is if it had like 35,000. But it still works. Clearly it's still working for them. But what they don't understand, on average, most dealers, is it's only working because they built a client base, built a reputation. But the reputation will fade out because the internet is too accessible now. And what I mean by this is, it's too easy to find a better deal now. Whereas this method works so well because it was brick and mortar only, to where maybe there's only four used car dealerships in the area. So you can either buy from the guy you like, on Race Street Avenue, or you can drive 30 minutes and buy somewhere else. Whereas now, I go, oh, is that a good deal? Chevy Cruze? I don't know. Let's check it out. Let's go to Car Gurus. Let's see what we got going on. Or we'll just type it in right here. 2015 Chevy Cruze for sale. So I'm going to be fair, and I'm going to get similar mileage. Usually, data goes in 10,000 mile increments. That's a tip for you guys. So if you have 99,000 miles in your car and you go to trade it in, what I mean is the dealer will often say, so basically 100, and then you go, yeah, because technically it's basically 100, but it throws it into another bracket, which lowers your trade-in value or your private party value or your retail value. It's by 10,000 mile increments on a lot of apps. So they do that on purpose. Tip for you guys to not make that mistake. So if you say, 96, do not let them say, so 100? And then they'll type it in like that, and you'll get, they'll get another $350 off or $500 off. But anyways, here you go. 90,000 miles, first one, Phoenix, Arizona, boom. 2015, 90K miles, 69, half the price. And this is what I'm saying is that could have been 20 years ago. There could have been 2 lots in Searcy or wherever this lot is right here. There could have been 2 lots, and one was 30 minutes away. People are lazy, so they want the best price now. But what I'm saying is it's too easy now to find a better deal. Whereas then the method dealers still use today is, I have these customers that are going to buy from me. We'll finance them, and they just care about the payment, which I agree with. They do just care about the payment, but it doesn't mean you should double. That's insane. Like if you're financing, if this is a cash price, which probably is because it's $1,650, this should be like $89.99 cash finance price, and that's okay. But $12,995, you're literally $6,000 more than the first one, and that took me seconds. That's why the internet is going to change all this dealer stuff, and they're not adapting. I hate the internet. The internet's bad. Well, that's fine, but just be aware that your method was only going to last so much longer. So that's what we do basically with our dealership. We have about 35 cars in our inventory, only about 20 right now ready to go to sell. But what we do, for example, is say I bought a Malibu. No, let's say I bought a where are we going here? Not Chevrolet. Let's say I bought a Toyota. Big Toyota. Big Toyota. Let's go with the Toyota Camry. Love them. Great cars. Quality. Don't have to worry about your customer coming back freaking out because it broke down, because they don't hardly break down. All right. So we're going to go. Say I bought an 07 Camry. Let's do a 200-mile radius. Let's say I paid $3,000 for this Camry, new car trade-in. $3,000 I had 170,000 miles. That's our car right there. So 170,000 miles on it. Let's find something comparable. But I paid $3,000. Remember that. This will be comparable, $5,500. But what we do is, okay, $5,500, fair deal below. This is on page 1, meaning these are the best deals. It's Car Gurus is structured from best to worst deals, as you can tell, except for some of the times the top 2 are ads. 129, those aren't comparable. That's a lot lower if I was paying 170. Here's 207. This is ours, $39.95. It is number 3. It was number 1 when it was listed. Now these 2 are probably just newer. But let's see. 177, $5,900. Dealers will look at this, and even people that are wanting me to sell their cars in consignment, they don't understand this. Just because you see this price at this price and it's a comparable to yours based on the mileage does not mean you're okay with pricing it like that. Because if you price it down here and 500 people are typing this exact criterion and they go to this exact page, 500 people are going to choose all these ones, this one that's $1,400 below value, before they choose yours. And you're like, well, it's just a couple $100. It could be $100. And it doesn't matter. It's the way people work. It's understanding how someone works. So what we do is whether we paid $4,000, we overpaid. That's our issue. That's a set cost. It's a fixed cost. We don't go, well, we paid more, we got to get more now, because it'll never sell. It was our problem on the purchase side of things. So say we got it for 4, and that '07 Camry, and this is at 55. I'd literally price it at 4,900. I wouldn't even price it at 54. I'd price it at 49 and make it so irresistible that they have to buy it from you. So what this does is it increases your turnover rate. Yes, you make less per car, but by the time they sell this single car, I've sold 4 Camrys. So if I make $700 or $900 4 times and they only make $1,500 once, who won? Plus, on top of that, you built your reputation quicker because now you have 4 different families talking about you saying, I got a steal on it. You didn't screw them over, versus they have 1 family that likes their car and they didn't get a steal. So that's really just what I want to go over. This could be for dealers, non-dealers, whatever you want it to be. I'm going to go get off my screen, but I hope this helps you. Hope it opens your eyes up. The game's changing, guys. It isn't going to last long forever. The older dealers, which 99% of car dealers are older because it takes a lot of capital to get, inventory. 30 cars, $200,000, $300,000. So most of the dealers are still older because it's time. But if they don't change, their business model is going to either have to change or it's going to slowly decline till it fails. Luckily, most of them are like 65. They're probably going to retire anyway. So they probably made their money and they're out. But anyways, that's what I want to go over. 1 second, I'll switch the camera around. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That is how we post our vehicles and why we stand out compared to others. Again, we only have about 20 vehicles at all times for sale, ready to go. We have like 35 in our inventory, but our turnover rate is much higher because of those few reasons that I just explained. Right now, I think we're at 36 cars this month. I think we'll hit 40 by the end of this month. But to do 40 cars with only 20 for sale listed wouldn't be possible without what I was just explaining a few seconds ago. So if you guys like this video, comment, subscribe, let me know what you think. You can click the links down below to check out our inventory. You can follow me or Caleb on Instagram. Check those out, guys. Let me know. I'll see you guys in the next video.